I had a DUI in 1999 when I was in independent ball, before I was ever in affiliated baseball. And you know what? I apologize for it. I paid for that, and apologize to the fans that were there in Tri-Cities when I was there. And you know, a lot of things come up. Says it was in 2001. It wasn't. It was in 1999. You know, and you know, I was embarrassed. I was wrong. I've admitted that I was wrong. You know, it's something that happens to people, and you know, I can tell you it'll never happen to me again. But that was one of the things. We had there was a domestic dispute, they said, at my home. Didn't involve my wife. Never laid a hand on my wife. Never have. I never would. You know, it was one of her friends that made some comments, and I told her basically to get the fuck out of my house. And she grabbed a baseball bat and broke my arm, and I've got a 10-inch plate in my arm right now. You know, but unfortunately, I was the guy that ended up going to jail for doing nothing but telling somebody to get out of my house, basically. And that was all brought up. They made a big issue of it in Arizona. Front office people told me that I was supposed to talk to one particular writer that I talked to that tried to crucify me. And you know, to me, it was all a setup. The guy that I should have talked to was Bob McManaman, and he should have been the only guy that I should have talked to in Arizona. And the other guy for the Arizona Republic just tried to crucify me. And it was a shame, you know. I mean, it wasn't right. They made me look like I was a drunken wife beater, is what they tried to portray me as in the media. And you know, it's not me, but that, you know, that's what they thought. So, or that's what they made the public think, and everybody knows that what the public reads is what the public believes, and at least 80% of them, and it wasn't right. So you know, that's the reason I came back to independent ball. I took those 2 years off. I missed the game tremendously. I come back here, and I'm hoping that an organization will look at me with a fine-tooth comb or whatever, you know, just really look at me as a manager and as a guy off the field. My players have never been in trouble, you know, when I was with affiliated ball or in independent ball. The mistakes that I've made in the past, you know, I've admitted to, and I've tried to help my players in some ways. You know, if something's going on and they're out drinking or they're out having a good time, it's going to happen. But that's baseball. It's all sports. You know, you try to lead them in the right direction and make sure they don't drive and do those type of things. So, you know, I felt that I was helping players all along, and yet it kind of came back and bit me in the butt, what happened in my past. And you know, it's unfortunate. I'm not the only person in the world that's got a DUI. You know, I'm not proud of it in any way, and I made the mistake, and I've learned from it. So, you know, I'm trying to go forward, but they're trying to throw it at me still. So.